How to ruin a 7-year relationship. Hello all. I'm 25M, recently discovered this subreddit and wanted to share my own story of being cheated on with a partner I was with for over 7 years. And it was all because of one college party. TLDR at the bottom. So some backstory: me and the women in question, 24F as of writing, met at the end of the school year field trip in 7th grade. She spent the whole day with me and we had a blast. She was the first girl who ever gave me those butterflies in your stomach, and at the end of the day she gave me a piece of paper with her number and little heart on it. After that day we were inseparable. We spent nearly every day of the summer together, and that trend continued all through middle school and into high school. We were even voted most likely to grow old together in our senior year. We were that childhood sweetheart couple. She was my first for everything you could think of. First kiss, first love, first time. Everything. I was vulnerable with this woman like I hadn't been with anyone else before. I let my guard down completely and poured my heart and soul out to her. Then after high school I left for university in a different province, while she stayed behind to attend a local college. Our relationship was long distance, but we made it work. We talked, we Skyped, we saw each other when we could. Things were going well, or so I thought. When I returned to see her in November of my 3rd year, she was off. She didn't want to meet me at the airport like she usually did, saying she had to study for an exam. I thought nothing of it and simply went home, making plans to see her the next day. When I got to her home she was in distress. She didn't want to talk about it, or even let me comfort her in any way. She had totally shut me out. It took over 5 hours until she finally came clean. She told me that she had slept with another man at a college party in early September. Simply because they had played spin the bottle, and she was a bit tipsy, her words. I felt like I was drowning. It was the most hurt and betrayed I had ever felt in my life. And yet, I wanted to forgive her, I wanted to take her back, I didn't want 7 years to just go up in smoke. I told her thank you for coming clean, and left. She was crying, but didn't say a word. That day I was a reek. I didn't know what to do or what to think. I retreated to my parents' basement and played violent video games just to try and release some of the anger I was feeling. It didn't help. I told my parents and some friends about what happened, and they all tried to comfort me as best they could. By the next day I knew that I couldn't take her back. That I could never forgive this betrayal. So I simply went back to her home, returned the promise ring we had exchanged before I left for university. And we never spoke to each other again. Looking back, my story is a lot tamer than some on this subreddit. There was not grand revenge or big reveal at a family gathering, no begging to be taken back or threats of suicide. No divorce in the aftermath. We both knew it was over and the break was clean, which I am very thankful for. If you're wondering how I'm doing as of writing, it's fantastic. Met a wonderful new woman in university, we've been living together for the last 3 years. Best of all, in July she agreed to marry me, and we're having the ceremony on the lake where she spread her father's ashes. Life's pretty good, so don't feel bad for me. TLDR was cheated on by a woman I was dating from end of grade 7 till 3rd year university because she got a bit tipsy as a college party and played spin the bottle. Now let's look at the comment. Let me put you on game real quick. From the Cheater's Handbook of Excuses and Explanations, blaming of the alcohol is number 2 in the list. You saw the breakup clean, but to her it wasn't. Trust me, she came clean thinking it might persuade you into forgiving her or have a conversation about it. What you did was absolutely genius. Tell her thank you for the honesty and leaving. That's cold, and she felt it. Spin the bottle always has a fine you pay if you don't do the dare, but she decided to just sleep with another dude. Congrats with your newfound love. Hope things work out for the best. As for your ex, karma will get to her if it hasn't already. That's inevitable. There is nothing tame about your story. First loves, especially if they are with someone you have known since childhood, are some of the strongest emotions there are. Being betrayed by that person is beyond painful, It is devastating and life-altering. To be able to move on says a lot about your emotional makeup, and I am glad you are doing well.